EUC storage. Let's go. EUC storage. Where do you put your machine when you are not out there flying down the street like a superhero? You cannot just fling your wheel into the dark corner of your basement or park it next to the lawnmower and think everything is going to be fine. Some of you are treating these high-tech machines like an old pair of dirty sneakers, and your batteries are paying the ultimate price for your laziness. I know exactly what you are doing because people are out here losing their minds over ruined electronics. You decide to take a break from riding for the winter, so you push your wheel into a deep, dark closet and completely forget about it. Then springtime rolls around and you go to pull it out like, look at me, I am ready to ride again. You plug it in and absolutely nothing happens because your battery is dead as a doornail. You sit there staring at a heavy piece of plastic that is now nothing more than a giant expensive doorstop. You cannot let your wheel sit at 0% charge for months unless you love burning your hard-earned money. On the flip side, some of you think you are being geniuses by charging it up to 100% and leaving it there forever. That is not how science works. Storing a battery at maximum capacity for a year is like leaving a balloon blown up to the maximum limit. Eventually, that tension is going to ruin the cells and you will lose 25% of your total capacity before you even hit the pavement again. You have got to keep that charge right in the middle around 50% if you want your investment to survive the off-season. Let us talk about the weather, because some of you are leaving your wheels out in freezing backyard sheds. Your wheel is out there shivering in the dark like a stray cat while you are inside drinking hot cocoa. If you try to charge a battery when the temperature is below freezing, you are going to permanently ruin the internal chemistry. You will go to step on the pedals and the whole machine will just shut off instantly and throw you face first onto the gravel. Then you have the people who live in places where the heat is absolutely brutal. You leave your wheel inside the trunk of your car in the middle of July. That trunk turns into a literal pizza oven within 30 minutes. You are basically baking your electronics like a batch of chocolate chip cookies. High heat degrades the battery cells faster than anything else, and a super hot battery is a massive safety hazard. We also need to address the absolute chaos that is your safety gear storage situation. People are throwing their full face helmets and sweaty wrist guards on top of the kitchen refrigerator just to keep them away from the kids. Your house smells like a locker room because you do not have a dedicated spot for your equipment. Get yourself some plastic storage bins or a strong wall rack before your family kicks you and your stinky pads out into the street. Some riders are so terrified of battery issues that they are building literal fortress enclosures in their garages out of fire bricks and cement boards. Guys are out here constructing miniature castles for their wheels with exhaust chimneys venting out the window. If your storage setup looks like a medieval torture chamber just to keep your house safe, you might want to rethink your maintenance habits. Take care of your batteries and check your cell voltages regularly so you do not have to live in fear. Keep your machine cool, dry, and properly charged so you can keep riding instead of crying over a broken wheel. You think you have it all figured out because you found a little corner behind the water heater to park your machine. You walk away feeling like the king of organization. But you forgot one tiny little detail, which is that your water heater is a literal ticking time bomb of moisture. You are storing an advanced electric vehicle right next to a giant tank of steaming water. Within 2 months, that ambient humidity is going to sneak right past your seals and start eating your motherboards for breakfast. You go to power it up and all you get is a sad little pop and a puff of blue smoke that smells like regret. I see people online completely losing their minds because they think their wheel is possessed by a ghost. They say they left it sitting perfectly still in the living room for 3 weeks and suddenly the motor woke up and tried to drive itself straight through the drywall. That is not a ghost. That is corrosion from bad storage shorting out your control board contacts. You are basically letting rust play video games with your $3,600 machine. If you do not have a climate-controlled room with zero moisture, you need to buy a heavy-duty plastic bag and a mountain of silica gel packs just to keep the air dry. Let us discuss the actual physical position of how you leave this heavy piece of metal sitting around. Some of you just toss the machine onto its side on the concrete floor like a drop bicycle. You have got 100 pounds of weight pressing down directly on a single battery pack or crushing the fragile plastic shell against the hard ground. Then you wonder why your alignment is completely ruined when you try to ride the next day. You get on the pedals and the whole machine starts wobbling back and forth like a washing machine full of rocks. Invest in a proper stand or build something sturdy out of wood. Do not just let your wheel lay there looking like a defeated transformer. And what about the people who have giant dogs running around the house? You leave your unprotected wheel sitting right by the front door. Your 100-pound golden retriever decides that your spiked metal pedals look like the perfect scratch post, or worse, a brand new chew toy. Dogs will literally chew right through your expensive custom power pads if you leave them exposed. You come home from work looking forward to a nice evening ride, and your premium foam pads have been chewed into a million tiny white pieces all over the carpet. Put a heavy canvas cover over that machine or lock it in a closet before your pets turn your ride into an expensive chew toy. We also need to talk about the absolute nightmare of tire flat spots. If you let a heavy high-performance wheel sit in one single position on a hard concrete floor for 6 months without moving it, the weight of the machine is going to flatten out the bottom of that rubber tire. When springtime finally comes around and you take it down the driveway, you are going to feel a massive thump, thump, thump with every single rotation. You will look like a cartoon character bouncing down the street on a square wheel. If you are storing it for a long time, you need to get that tire completely off the ground, or at least roll the wheel a few inches every single week so the rubber stays perfectly round. Then you have the tech wizards who think they are smarter than the engineers who built the factory chargers. You buy some crazy high voltage fast charger from a random website and leave it plugged in during your entire winter vacation. You are sitting on a beach somewhere while your charger is constantly blasting maximum amperage into a battery that is already completely full. That is how you turn a regular garage into an absolute fireworks show. The factory charger has safety features for a reason. Stop trying to supercharge your battery like you are preparing a rocket ship for outer space. When the green light comes on, you need to unplug the cable and step away from the vehicle. Let us talk about the absolute disaster of your gear bag situations. People are cramming their muddy knee guards, their cracked helmets, and their sweaty riding shirts into a duffel bag and zipping it up tight for 4 months. You are creating a brand new ecosystem inside that bag. When you open it up next season, the smell alone will literally knock you unconscious. It will smell like a wet bear crawled inside your bag and passed away. You have to wash your gear and air it out completely before you store it away. Hang your helmet on a ventilated hook and let those pads breathe. Do not unleash a biohazard on your family just because you are too tired to do some basic laundry after a long trail ride. You also need to check your tire pressure before you even think about putting the wheel away. If you store a tire with absolutely zero air in it, the heavy rim is going to press down and pinch the inner tube against the ground. Over time, that metal rim will cut a hole right through the rubber tube. You will go to pump it up in the spring and all the air will just hiss right back out at you. Keep at least 20 pounds of pressure in there just to maintain the structure of the tire. It takes 2 seconds of effort to save yourself 2 hours of sweating and swearing while trying to change an inner tube on a complex split rim. The moral of the story is that you cannot treat an electric unicycle like a regular piece of sports equipment. It is not a skateboard that you can just throw under your bed and forget about until next year. It is a highly sensitive, high voltage machine that requires respect and a little bit of common sense. Stop leaving it in freezing sheds, stop baking it in hot cars, and stop parking it next to leaky water pipes. Take care of your batteries, keep your storage space dry, and look after your gear so you can stay safe and keep riding instead of spending your entire savings account on replacement parts. Thanks for watching.